Hey, how's it going? And welcome to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. Today we've got a Dornoch single cask from their own distillery, their own spirit, if you will. We all know Dornoch are normally, or the Thompson Bros are normally independent bottlers, and they've started releasing their own whiskey and their spirit. So this is 5-year-old, it's cask number 43, it's bottled at a weird 55.91% ABV, which I find quite weird. It's a 50cl, which is a little disappointing.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
But I mean, I suppose that means they get more bottles. I'm not sure how many bottles there are on this actually. I'll have a little look. So there's 72 bottles, so it's quite a small run. It's a bourbon octave. We've got a lot of information on the back here. Barley, Plumage Archer, yeast brewer single, filled 28th of August 2017 and bottled the 1st of September 2022. Distilled, matured and bottled in Dornoch. So yeah, 50cl. I didn't buy this. I was in the Dunkeld whiskey box a good couple of months ago now, and Will had this for the tasting. He had this for the shop tasting, and he had a little bit left. As you can see, like, the bottle's dead. There wasn't maybe 2 drams, which is good, and I thank him very much for that. And if you're ever up that way, definitely check out. It's one of my favourite shops to visit, Dunkeld. The staff are always friendly, and they've always got independent bottles in there, well priced, and the location's just lovely. Just on the way to Blair Athol or Pitlochry, where we visit quite a lot. So yeah, cask 43, 5-year-old, sorry, cask 13, did I say 43 before? It's bottle 43 out of 72, yeah, cask 13. I think these are about £100, which are a little bit pricey. You're paying, yeah, you're paying for a 50cl £100 and a 5-year-old. It's a little bit mental, but we'll see what the whiskey's like and see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. Bearing in mind that I didn't pay for the whiskey, so yeah, we'll see what it's like. Oh, it's a nice nose. Creamy porridge with like a fresh sliced banana through it. It's quite herbaceous, very herbaceous in fact. There's some there's some warm, getting the Scotch in there, there's some warm apple pie with a little dose of custard over the top. It is quite creamy, but also quite sweet and fruity. Quite lively for obviously for the age, quite young. Some nail varnish remover, and the only reason I know how this smells is from my girlfriend doesn't really use nail varnish, but my mum, when I was younger, used to use nail varnish and nail varnish remover all the time, and it reminds me of her like dabbing it on the little kind of cotton cotton pads and wiping her nail varnish off. I don't know if it's acetone or what it is, but yeah, nail varnish remover, which is, it can feel a little bit overpowering, a little bit overbearing. But on top of the glass, there's just this like, really creamy, fruity experience, almost like a kind of fruit salad type thing as well. Like those sweets. It's really nice nose. I'm gutted I've not got more actually, because this is my second dram of it. But yeah, it's nice. I wanted to review this even though I've only done had 2 drams, just because of what type of whiskey it is, and I know a lot of people won't get to experience it, so hopefully this video will allow people to experience it through myself. So the palate, there's orange marmalade, there's like melted or toasted marshmallow, there's a little bit of praline, there's a little bit of apricots, some pineapple, some bitter oak, maybe even a little bit of a lemon peel. Yeah, it's, like I said, very fruity, very spritey, a real tasty dram, quite sweet as well with that marshmallow. It is a little bit spicy, and it kind of, the creaminess of it and the sweetness of it, it actually performs a little bit like a grain, I feel, and I'm not sure how, because it's definitely malt. I'm not sure if it's something to do, it's a first fill bourbon octave, so quite a small cask to give it almost like a quicker maturation. That smaller cask having more interaction with the whiskey over the shorter period. So yeah, I'm not sure, but there is a little bit of a synthetic feel to it. but nothing off-putting. Maybe to go with that nail varnish remover, which was off-putting in the nose, but not in the palate. The palate's quite pleasant enough, and I could happily drink this on it all night. Yeah, it's quite quaffable, I feel. There's some rye bread in there with a kind of like seeds topping over it, and maybe some herbs kind of sprinkled over it, just to tie back to that herbaceous element earlier. Because like I said, it's definitely a herbaceous whiskey. I don't think I'm going to add water to it. I actually think this performs pretty well on its own without the water. So we'll get down to the finish. The first you do get a nice burst of fruit from the palate. It is quite tasty. The finish is long and warming for sure. There's fennel seeds, some honeyed flapjacks. There's like a really weird fish flavour in the finish that I can't quite distinguish. It's just fishy and weird, but quite intriguing, if you will. And also possibly some kind of varnish or wood varnish to tie in with the nail varnish remover and the synthetic feel to earlier. So I'm going to have the little remains of this. And that'll be a dead bottle now. So we'll get down to the review. If you're new here, how I rate my whiskies is on 3 factors. Would I buy it again? Would I recommend it? And do I think it's worth it? So would I buy it again? I've not bought this. As I said, thanks to Will, thanks to Dunkeld Whiskey Box. But I probably would buy it if I could buy it at the RRP. Because the enjoyment I'm getting from it and the fact that I want to explore it further to try and figure out that fish flavour and figure out some other things about the bottle. Do I think it's worth it? Now I said I would buy it, but I'm on the fence about do I think it's worth it. It's 50 cl, so I feel a little bit cheated, but the flavours and the taste of the whiskey and the fact that it's made by enthusiasts for enthusiasts, I kind of feel, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence about would I say that it's worth the price. Would I recommend it? Yeah, 100%. It's a new distillery, it's an up and coming distillery, and the guys are doing fantastic things with their independent bottles. So it's a Whisky Win. Like I said, a little bit on the fence about the price, but there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Whims. I'll see you later.